welcome to my channel, and this is day number 11 for the Spring to It Videoathon / VEDA, and I'm Stephanie, if I didn't say that already, because I'm all kinds of mixed up. But today's prompt is books that I want to read that aren't popular on Booktube. Dang it! Okay, so I read that question all sorts of wrong. I put my own little spin on this one. I'm taking out the whole want to read because these are books that I have read that are not popular here on Booktube that I think you guys should read and make popular. So that's going to be the little twist on this. As I said, I am changing the topic up just a little bit from the actual Spring to It prompt for today, and saying that these are books that I have read that I think should be more popular here on Booktube. So let's get to this list. The first book I'm going to talk about is Dear Life by Meghan Quinn, and this is the new cover. Hopefully it doesn't flash out too much, but this book deals with 4 individuals that all have sort of traumas that happen to them in different timelines and different aspects, but they all come together for a very interesting and different journey through a support group. And this book definitely takes you through the ringer with different stories from those 4 individuals. You have 2 males and 2 females, just to let you know that. And they all take a similar journey in the support group, but very different. You get to see all of their aspects, all of their journeys together, and it is so good. And it actually makes you really think about your own life, and I absolutely love this book. It was one of my favorites of 2017, I believe it was. If not 2017, it was 2016, but it was a book that I will continue to talk about. The next books I'm going to talk about is a series, and I read this series, or I started reading this series back in 2013, but the series is the Consequences series by Aleatha Romig, and that is Consequences, Truth, Convicted, Revealed, and Beyond the Consequences. I love this series, this journey of Claire and Tony, and just all of the crazy mystery, psychological things that go along in this book. A series is just magnificent. Oh my goodness. It really turned my dark side up when reading this one, because there's psychological abuse that goes on. There's a mystery that happens as well. There's thriller moments and things that just, oh, wow. There is one scene I will say in Consequences that a lot of people don't make it past that scene, but I tell you, if you make it past this scene in the first book, you will absolutely have so many emotions throughout the rest of the series, and I just think it's such a great series if you're looking to get into psychological thrillers. The next series I have been talking about on my channel for the last year, well, half a year, last 6 months or so. So since last year to now, I have been like raving and just talking about this series. But that is the Grip series by Kennedy Ryan, which starts out with Flow, and then there's Grip and Still, which I don't have, but I'll put a cover up for you so you guys can see it. But this series, this series is what is needed right now. It deals with social issues that are very, very prevalent here in the United States right now. Deals with the law enforcement and Black community issues that go along. It deals with interracial relationships and how Black women deal with Black men dating outside of their race, and it's just so good. It is so good. It's balanced, it's beautiful, and it's going to tug at your heartstrings, and it's just an amazing series. I absolutely love it, love it, love it, and I got the pleasure of meeting Kennedy Ryan, and she is just a joy to speak with, and she's very eloquent in her thinking and why she writes what she writes and how she writes it and where she comes up with all of the thoughts and things like that, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love her, love it, love the series, just yes, so many yeses. The next series I'm going to talk about is a series that I read in 2013. When I first read this series, it gutted me. And hopefully, being that it'll be in audio form this time that I read this series, it's going to gut me the same because I was just emotionally moved by reading this series. And it's called The Breathe series by Rebecca Donovan. And that is Reason to Breathe, Barely Breathing, and Out of Breath, which is book number 3. And this series deals with a young lady that has some issues while she has in her home life, but also she's in college, so she's dealing with those issues while she's in college. And from what I remember, there is some trigger warnings in this series for abuse and things like that, and it deals with some very heavy issues, but I still can't wait to do a reread of it, and I think it needs to be popular on Booktube. And then the final book I'm going to talk about is Third Base by Stella. And I don't actually have a physical copy of this because I have not met the dynamic duo that is Stella, who is Letty Harper and Steffi Walls. But when I do, I will get a copy of it and have it physically and personalized. But getting off topic, the reason I think it should be very prevalent here on Booktube is because it is a semi-YA to contemporary book, and it deals with best friends from a small town, sports romance in some aspects, but it also deals with friendship, and it goes from their life as in high school all the way to their present life or so, and some of the things that they have to deal with, their journey of being best friends, and then possibly more if either one of them wants it but they don't want it. And it's just, I loved the book. It's funny, it's sexy, it's angsty, it's just so good. I really enjoyed that book, and that dynamic writing duo is amazing as well. Stella is so good. Love their work. So those are the books that I think should be more popular here on Booktube, and the reasons why they should be more popular. Have you read any of those books? Some of them I'm sure you guys have read because of a recommendation from me. I know one series in particular, the Grip series. But I have heard that. But I think it should be more popular. I think some of those big booktubers should definitely, read some of these books and boost them up because, yes, so many yeses. Let me know down in the comments if you have read the books, what you thought about them and everything like that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys tomorrow.